I'm in my office today. I had a nice a day of signings today. I had an IPEN signing, I had an I-9 signing today, and I had a traditional signing. So I had a mix. So I wanted to just share about my IPEN signings that I've been doing. That's your in-person electronic notarizations. I've done 2 so far, and they're very easy to do. For one, but I'm noticing I'm going to have to get a process going. So let me tell you the difference between the two that I've had recently. So one, they had their documents. They were able to view them ahead of time because when you're on the screen, you're just scrolling down and you just supposed to just click, right? So they had their documents. They had questions. They didn't know what was going on. And I'm like, I'm not supposed to be answering these questions. I check with your loan officer, all that thing. So that was a one. So I realized I have to make sure that they've already gotten their documents, read their documents, things like that, because when you're on the computer, you're just really clicking and signing and going for the most part. Okay. So that was one thing. All right. The other one I get. Now, they didn't get any documents, right? They didn't know what was going on. So I had to also figure out how to download their documents so I can email them to them then, because they didn't know what was happening. They're just signing. And, when I first got there, I don't know why they want me to get this loan. And I'm like, uh-oh. I said, well, you don't have to get this loan if you don't want to. Like, you got 3 days to decide, whether you want it or not. You can cancel if you need to. And he was like, okay, yeah, okay, I don't know. So he was like, read everything on the screen. I had to show him how to make it larger for him so he could read it. It just, that one didn't go so well. And we had another issue. We couldn't get on the internet there. I got Verizon, and how I couldn't use my hotspot there, I don't know, but it wasn't working. But another tip I'm going to say is when you call in the customers to confirm, first make out their documents. Secondly, ask them to also get their password just in case your hotspot does not work. So that way that's readily available, because I had to wait a while for them to remember their password. It kept putting it in. It just wasn't working. So we had a little boo at the beginning, but it was all cool. But then they also wanted to know how to become a notary. So, I gave them some information about that. So everything went well. I'm liking the IPEN notary notarizations, so they're going well. But I'm going to create me a process, though, something that I tell the clients over the phone to make sure we know what we're doing, what they need to do. Forgot. Also, had a few issues trying to upload the ID with the first one. Now, I'd rather upload the ID, but it also says you can just show the notary. So I'll have to try loading again with a different client, just to see if maybe it was user error or what was going on there. But we are loving IPEN. It's faster once you get going, of course. You don't have to print out any documents. Woo, like that, right? So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you all. Let me know in the comments, are you doing any IPN notarizations? What do you think? Give me some tips, because I'm trying to figure this thing out. So I want to thank you for joining me. Follow us, like us, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you on the next video.